Hey you guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to talk about a topic that I really wish I hadn't had to talk about, but I feel like it's only necessary. It's kind of a hard-hitting topic. Like I said, I wish I didn't have to talk about this, but I'm hoping by talking about it, it'll spread more awareness and it will help the situation as a whole. You see, most of you guys know who follow my channel, I had a hesitancy to come to BC and around Vancouver area. And what you're about to see in this video is a little glimpse of why. I stayed in between Chilliwack and Abbotsford a number of years ago, and even in towards Vancouver area. And it really made me not want to go any further. As a matter of fact, it made me want to leave the area and go back to Alberta for this exact reason. You see, even in Calgary and Alberta area, I tried and I prided myself on trying to clean up the area. Many people see vehicle dwellers, vanlifers, nomads, as the typical thing you would see on Instagram or YouTube, as many of us glamorizing this kind of lifestyle. But the truth of the matter is that there's a lot of us in this situation who don't want to be in this situation, didn't plan on being in this situation, and look forward to getting out of this situation. Now, I, as a full-time vehicle dweller, I enjoy this type of lifestyle. Many of us do. And I'm sure many of you watching probably want to as well, which makes this even a harder topic to talk about. But again, I feel like it's only necessary to talk about. You see, when I got back to the Chilliwack, Abbotsford area, and even in towards the Vancouver area, I didn't like what I seen again. Now again, like I mentioned, a lot of us don't want to be in this situation, didn't plan on being in this situation, but that doesn't give us any right to, take advantage of the spots that are given to us by the public, such as rest areas alongside the highways, campgrounds, Walmart parking lots, and many other places that, a lot of us are allowed to stay at. It's because of this reason I'm about to mention that those areas are being restricted and taken from us. And, it hurts me as a full-time vehicle dweller to see it happen. Now, a lot of people see these types of situations and blame it on vehicle dwellers, and I don't think that's necessarily the fact. I think the ones that create this type of situation come from homes or sticks and bricks, however you want to say it. And they bring a lot of their stuff with them. A lot of people treat the public areas as if they still had a yard. I'm not really putting a blame on anybody. I'm just trying to get the point across to keep our areas clean. And that is the main point I'm trying to get across with this video. So I hope no one takes real offense to it. And if you do take offense to it, I'm sorry. I don't want to be making the communities around us angry with what they see. As many of you know, my boy Chrome came to Calgary and he did a video about, us in Calgary and Alberta on how we try and look after each other, keep each other safe, keep our area clean. And I greatly appreciated that. Here's a little clip of his video actually. In case any of you have not seen that.
All the broken down RVs and camper vans that are scattered all over the city streets in Canada and the USA. A lot of these vehicles, that they haven't moved in a very long time. They've squatted and made themselves right at home. And for most people in those scenarios that can't afford to do their vehicle repairs or to get fuel, this is the last home they'll have, because once the city comes by and tows their RV away, they've now become officially homeless. You see this stuff on the news? They seem to flip the narrative to whatever they want. Look, that's me. They called me an RV squatter. I don't live in an RV. I live in that van right there. My van's changed a lot. That's what it used to look like. But they did. They had a guy come by and they filmed me, and it was a really nice, good, positive story. We shared lots of fun stuff and good things, and it was great. But the second it hit the TV, it was over. They made me look like I was just a homeless bum that was mooching off the cities. They flipped the narrative to whatever story that they wanted to tell. So today, I want to tell you another story about an amazing community of vehicle dwellers that live in an extremely cold place here in Canada, in Calgary, Alberta. There's a bunch of them that live here in these icy, cold Canadian winters and have created a little bit of a van community. I want to introduce you to the crew from Squatter City in Calgary. This is a story about family and community.
I really want to try and make a point to stay out here and not only try and help clean up the area, but also lead by example by keeping the areas clean, cleaning and packing out as much garbage as I can. You're going to be seeing that throughout the videos that are going to be coming out, throughout now and however long I end up staying in BC. I plan to stay here for as long as I can. It's a very beautiful area and I look forward to exploring more of it. But this is one of the hard hit affected areas by this situation. And it's not just because of vehicle dwellers. I believe that it's a lot of sticks and bricks people who come into this lifestyle just by happenstance. As many of you know right now, a lot of BC, Alberta is on fire once again this year. I'll show you guys a couple of clips if anybody's not aware of that, but I'm sure most of you are. Of how even Jasper just went up in flames. Now, a lot of those houses were affected by that. A lot of people lost their homes, and a lot more people are going to end up in vehicles, being a vehicle dweller. Maybe a lot of them never wanted to be living in a vehicle, but now their house is burnt, and they have no other options. And I wanted to mention this before the video goes any further, because what you're about to see in my video, a quick glimpse of it, I didn't want to go too much into detail because I don't want to dwell on this. I want to just kind of bring light to it and then move on from it. That's why I'm going to try and keep this video a little shorter. I'm looking forward to showing you guys all the beauties of BC. Right now I'm on the Sunshine Coast, and I have to say, for what I've seen of this island, not an island, whatever you want to call it, it's absolutely beautiful. Right now I'm sitting in a Tim Hortons parking lot. Now, in cities, most times you would see trash all over the place and people mistreating the area, but this, from what I've seen, is very beautiful and very well maintained, and I'm proud of that. I like to see that, and I like to see more of that. It's so easy to just throw stuff out the window, but it's just as easy to find a spot to throw it out properly. Now, for me, I try and keep a garbage can handy, or at least even a garbage bag, so no trash is going out the window. I'm not leaving anything behind. If anything, I'm trying to pick up as much as I can that people have left behind previously. Now, whether that's your dog poo bags, your camping garbage, your leftover food, whatever it is. As many of you know, a lot of other people have tried to make this point across as well, and I'd like to do my part and try and do the same. Like I said, I'm not pointing fingers, I'm not trying to put anybody down in any type of way. My van is not the glamorous van that most of you guys see on YouTube and Instagram and all of those other social media platforms. But for me, it's my home, and I take pride in that. Even my previous van that you have seen in the Chrome's Squatter City video, that thing wasn't the best looking either, but I did my part to try and keep it looking as clean as possible, looking as organized as possible. If your home is cluttered, your mind is cluttered, and that's not good for anybody, including the people driving past and witnessing that as they drive past. That's a big reason why I didn't stop in Vancouver. I didn't want to dwell on this. I didn't want to be around it myself. You know, I like seeing beautiful, clean areas like this, and I look forward to seeing many more. And throughout my videos of being here in BC, and from here on, I'm gonna try and do my part to make that point across to keep the areas clean. You know, if I come across a free campsite, a rest area, whatever it may be, you're gonna see me cleaning up some garbage. And that's just what it is, you know. We need to really focus on keeping these areas clean, or we're gonna lose them, you guys. We really are. You know, right now we're seeing Walmart parking lots get limited. We're seeing rest areas get limited. You know, the cities and the communities allow these spots for people to pull off and rest. They don't allow it to sit and live and make it your yard and make a mess of the situation. I don't think anybody put those spots there for that reason. And I hope that someone somewhere can see this video and kind of do the same, you know? We don't need to be making a mess, you know? And I get it, not a lot of people want to pick up other people's trash and bring it with them, but just don't add to it, you know? We really need to focus on keeping these areas clean, and I hope that people just even taking their own garbage with them. It's very sad to see such beautiful areas and beautiful places that are provided by communities for tourism, for vehicle dwellers, and many other reasons why they have those areas there trashed. And I don't think anybody wants to see that. You know, I would have loved to spend more time around Vancouver if I had seen more of that, but I didn't. So that's the reason in this video you're about to see me leave that rest area and just head for the boat, you know. Right now I'm on the Sunshine Coast, and it's beautiful. After that, we're headed right to Vancouver Island, and I look forward to seeing as many of you there as I can. I know a lot of you have requested me to go to Vancouver Island for years, so I'm hoping that, you know, we can all meet up, maybe have a van meet in Vancouver Island. I'm not sure exactly where right yet, but I look forward to meeting as many of you as I can. A lot of you have requested me to come out this way, and I'm here, you know. I'm here, and I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. Now, like I said, I'm not asking anybody to pick up other people's garbage, but just keep in mind to not litter the area that you're in. I really hope that someone somewhere can see this and understand where I'm coming from, you know. But with that being said, we're gonna start today's video right here, right now. So I hope you guys all enjoy. When I woke up this morning in this little rest area, I was not happy about where I had awoken, because you see, the fact is, this place was absolutely trashed. From the bathrooms to the parking lot, it really made me uneasy, and I didn't want to be here any longer than I needed to be. And yes, I know there are places that are much, much worse than this, and I hope to never have to see one of those places. I have in the past, but I'm hoping that we don't have to see this anymore. Even pulling into this rest area the night before, I was only a few feet away from slashing all my tires, and parked right near what was not mud, and I could smell it. And the next morning, when the sun hit it, it only amplified in the smell, not wanting me to be there any longer than I needed to be. In fact, it was actually so bad that when I left, I felt the need to wash everything, even my van, before heading out any further. You see, currently I'm traveling with a friend, and she is not from Canada, and I was not happy to have to show her these areas of our beautiful country. And I hope that more tourists that come through never have to see this as well. And it made me feel so uneasy that after cleaning everything up, I just wanted to get out of the area. And that's exactly what we did. But while leaving this area, I couldn't help but think how many tourists have come through here and thought the exact same. I know that there are many beautiful sights to see around Vancouver, but leading up to Vancouver, I really didn't feel like I wanted to go in and see any more. After seeing what I seen just on the side of the road leading up to the city, I don't think it would make any tourist want to venture in. So instead, I headed straight for the ferry and stayed next to it for the night, in hopes to grab the ferry and get out of this area first thing in the morning.
Now entering North Vancouver.
Well, you guys, we just parked for the night. You can't see it, but the van's right there. Just a little turnaround spot before the ferry. We made it. We made it. Almost. We're almost there. We're gonna be crossing the ferry tomorrow morning, and I'm very excited for that, to have made it this far, and I'm very excited for the adventure to come. But for now, we're gonna end the video off here. So remember, never give up on living life, because life is the most precious thing we have. I'll see you guys all in the morning.